Hello, my name is Miriam Diallo, and today we will be speaking on the importance of sleep with college students such as myself. I want to get into it by asking how many of you guys have stayed up studying for an exam, finishing an assignment, studying, or just scrolling on your phone only to feel exhausted the next day. Sleep deprivation has become very common among college students, often viewed as normal or even necessary to succeed academically for us to be able to retain information, be able to even maneuver throughout our days. But research is showing how that consistency, getting too little of sleep can actually harm our academic performance, our mental health, and our physical health. And according to the Center of Disease Controls and Prevention, adults, including college students such as myself, should get at least 7 to 8 hours per sleep a night. And students fall short of this recommendation due to stress, due to negligence, due to feeling overwhelmed with study habits. But today I will be explaining the importance for college students and how lack of sleep will affect our academic success, our mental health, and what students should do to improve our sleep habits. For one, we will start by sleep and academic performance. Sleep plays a crucial role in learning, memory, and concentration. During sleep, our brain is processing how we store our information that we learned during the day. When students do not get enough sleep, it becomes harder to focus, retain information, and perform well on exams. You will feel like your head is more so spinning during lectures when trying to write out our PowerPoints or listen in on lectures. We're not there. But research published by Nature Reviews Neuroscience explains that sleep deprivation negatively affects attention, problem solving skills, and decision making. College students, for college students, this means lower grades, difficulty concentrating during lectures, as I stated, and increase procrastination because you're looking to cope this tiredness. You're not really retaining or listening to your professor or anything. But many students have been pulling a all-nighter to help them perform better. But study shows the opposite is true, meaning by us pulling all nighters trying to get in this textbook, get in this work, the next day when we get to our classes, most of the times we forget. We forget what we learned, or we're only retaining bits and pieces because we're so overwhelmed with trying to chunk in all this information. And students who constantly get enough sleep tend to have higher GPAs and better academic outcomes for those who chronically don't sleep. So, we will be getting into sleep and mental health because this plays a very crucial part in the sleep deprivation for college students. Sleep is closely connected to mental health. The lack of sleep can increase stress, anxiety, and symptoms of depression. College students already face academic pressure with trying to maintain our GPA so that way we can retain our financial aid. Social changes, financial stress, and sleep deprivation can make these challenges feel so overwhelming. According to the American Psychological Association, sleep deprivation affects emotional regulation, making individuals more irritable, anxious, and emotionally reactive. And I'm feeling like we all can connect in this way because I know sometimes when I don't get enough sleep and I'm trying to explain something to a classmate of mine's, and they're not really understanding, and I have to go thoroughly, I feel so anxious and angry and annoyed because I have to explain myself again, more so because I'm tired. And over time, poor sleep can contribute to serious health issues, including anxiety disorders and depression. And for college students, improving our sleep habits can effectively reduce stress and improve emotional well-being, not only for yourself but for your peers around you. Getting enough rest allows our brain to recover and better cope with daily challenges. And that's where we get into sleep and physical health, because how can we get through our physical being of the day with not enough sleep? Sleep also plays a vital role in our physical health. Chronic sleep deprivation can weaken the immune system, making students more likely to feel sick. It can also increase the risk of long-term problems such as obesity, heart disease, and blood pressure problems. And someone who is in a nursing major, such as myself, I see a lot of that coming into the hospital, since I work in the hospital setting as a PCT. And according to the National Institute of Health, it explains that sleep helps regulate hormones related to hunger, metabolism, and stress. When students do not have enough sleep, they may experience weight gain, low energy levels, and frequent illness. An example I can throw out is how you work night shift. We're not sleeping during the night, and more likely we get little sleep in the day because we're trying to crunch in normal things that we would be getting done during the day. But because we're up all night, we get 4 to 5 hours of sleep, then run back to work. We're not eating well. We're not retaining anything, more so, and we're eating junk food to cope with this little time because it's night. Most of the good restaurants that's healthy, such as Kava, such as a Sweet Green, these places are closed. So what do you have? You have McDonald's, you have chicken wing places, you have fried chicken places open, and that's where our weight gain will come in. And for college students trying to balance academics, work, and social life, and prioritizing sleep can improve overall energy, physical health, and a quality of life. And that's why it's so important to try to import time the way that we import time to study. We need to set aside that time to sleep so that we can be greater in our school life, greater in our social life, greater in our life in general. And in conclusion, stress is not a luxury. It's a necessary thing that we need, especially for college students. Adequate sleep improves academic performance, it supports our mental health, and it protects our physical well-being. While college life often encourages late night and busy schedules, neglecting sleep can have serious consequences by making changes such as constant sleep schedule, limiting our screen time, putting down our phones at night before bed, and prioritizing rest. College students can improve their success both inside and outside the classroom. Understanding the importance of sleep can help students make healthier choices and perform at their best. And overall, what I want you guys to take from this speech is not just because we're college students that this message is only for college students. It's for everyone in general. I feel like we all can relate to this topic. It is taking over America as a whole because we're all trying to make ends meet. We're all trying to be there for our kids. We're all trying to be there for ourselves. We're all trying to balance work and life. We're all trying to balance our studies for us as college students. And sleep is very important for us to have, for us to be able to make it well within our goals of graduating. And I hope that you guys received my information well. And thank you guys for listening to me.